Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show us some more plunder that I have acquired over the last little while. Pretty exciting day for me, not only because my CDN Records order finally arrived all the way from Canada, but later on this evening I am going to be going to a show, my first one since Heavy Hell 3. And yeah, I'm going to the Mother of Graves CD release show for their brand new album, which is absolutely fantastic. You've got to check it out if you've not already. Right now, it is trending towards being my album of the year, unless something comes along to knock it off that pedestal. But yeah, got a killer lineup though. We got Flasher, who just released a killer demo that I reviewed here recently. We got Blasted Heath, another one that put out a really killer album earlier in the year. Did a review of that one as well. And then finally, Apostle of Solitude is the final supporting act. All Indiana bands. I only just recently really got into Apostle of Solitude's music, even though I've known about them for years. And yeah, really looking forward to seeing all these bands live and just have a good time and see what I can pick up at the show and everything. So I'll be looking forward to the show review slash raid there. But yeah, CDN Records had a sale going on this entire month. They still got, I think, 5 more days on it. And yeah, I actually found out about it because I was looking for this first one that I'm going to be showing. And I'd gotten an email from another distro saying they had it in stock as part of a distro update. And I thought, well, let me see if I can find it just a little bit cheaper because I'm very thrifty about how I shop. And so I, went on the Metal Detector, great website if you want to try to find stuff from different places and better prices on things. And CDN Records popped up and said it was like $7, but that was $7 Canadian. I was like, oh, okay. So I went on there and I did a little conversion, and it was like $4, $5. I was like, yeah, that's a lot better than 12. So I will definitely take that. And I realized that everything was on sale and they were having this big sale. And I was like, well, since I'm here, I might as well have a look around and see what they got. I did leave a lot of stuff behind because, again, I was trying to be a little bit thrifty here. But I did get some really cool stuff. I ended up getting 6 different things. All said and done, $42 shipped, which out of Canada is not bad. Finally arrived, and yeah, I'm going to get started with, like I said, the one that kind of started this order. That is Temple of Void with Of Terror and the Supernatural. Doom Death Band out of Detroit, Michigan, been around since 2013. This is their debut full-length album, originally put out by Reign Without End Records in 2014, limited to 300 copies. This is a Chaos Records reissue, and I'm pretty sure this completes my collection on this band. I think, if anything, I might have one more full-length that I need to get. I've not had a chance to listen to any of these yet, but Temple of Void did release a really killer album this year. Go check them out. Really solid stuff. This one, I've had a promo of their new album from this year, and I really got to get cracking on that review. And I also picked up the CD of it, but I saw they had this in there and it's really cheap, so I was like, yeah, I want that. But this is Consecration with Reanimated. Again, more Doom Death, this time out of Norwich, Norfolk, England. Been around since 2010. And this actually features YouTube's very own Death Doom Metalhead, a.k.a. Liam, on guitars. Great guy. I've chatted with him briefly on Facebook, and yeah, love watching his videos. He shows a lot of really cool stuff. Plays a mean guitar, though, that's for sure. But yeah, this is the band's second EP overall, put out by Cavendish Records just last year. But yeah, if this is anything like their album, I know I'm going to dig it. Next up, we got a split release here from Fumes and Thorn. Yeah, this was put out by Cavendish Records just last year. This is like the second thing from Fumes that I now own, because I also have another split release with them on it, or him, because I believe it is a one-man project, as is Thorn. This is my first material from Thorn. But yeah, Fumes, if you're not familiar, death metal out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Been around since 2020. And Thorn is more doom death, this time out of Phoenix, Arizona. Also been around since 2020. Like I said, I have not had a chance to listen to this, but I'm really looking forward to, because, like I said, I love what I've heard from Fumes, and I've also loved the few things I've heard from Thorn. And yeah, really glad to have something else from Fumes and finally get a little something from Thorn in the collection. This one was kind of a blind buy. I saw the cover, read up on it on there, and then I actually, went on, I believe I went on Bandcamp and listened to this a little bit while I was browsing around, went back, put it in the cart. This is Internal Infestation with just, I guess, self-titled demo. It just says demo on it. But yeah, Death Thrash out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Been around since 2020. This is the debut demo put out by Funeral Hymns Records, limited to 200 copies back in 2021. Again, have not had a chance to listen to it, but that cover art and everything and what I heard on Bandcamp, yeah, seems pretty solid to me. This one I'm really glad to finally have this full length. I have a split this band did with Cranium that I believe came out this year too. But yeah, this is Existential Dissipation with Cesspool of Remnants. Sorry, kind of fighting the glare this morning. But yeah, brutal death metal out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Been around since 2016. This is their debut full-length album put out by CDN Records in 2019. So thankfully they obviously still had copies, because everywhere else I was looking for this band, I either found the split or that was pretty much it. So yeah, really happy to finally have this in the collection. I believe it's the vocalist on here actually passed away not that long ago. So yeah, rest in power. So yeah, Existential Dissipation. And last but not least, another kind of blind buy. I saw the cover on the site. I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Looked them up, checked out this particular album on YouTube, because I don't believe the band has a Bandcamp. And I was liking what I was hearing, so I was like, you know what, for that price, why not? But this is Daemon with Condemned to Darkness. Brutal death metal out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Been around since 1997. This is the band's third full-length album on CDN Records, released in 2013, and I absolutely dig the hell out of that cover art. I would love to have a shirt with that on it. But yeah, like I said, what I heard on YouTube sounded really good. Haven't listened to the whole thing, but definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And as I said, stay tuned for a concert review / raids video. And, we'll see what kind of stuff I'm able to find there. And if you happen to, follow me on Facebook or whatever, look for some pictures. So yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys again. And until next time, stay brutal.